Yo, 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 happy Halloween to everybody out there. Thanks for being here. We got one hell of a show lined up for you tonight with Halloween and all. We've been out having fun doing a Halloween
Hello.
stuff tonight. Mrs. Fool's jumping in here with us for a minute. Come in here and say
Hello.
hello. Yeah, what's up, Mrs. Fools? How you doing?
I'm great.
All
I'm
right.
having fun tonight. And such a fun to see all the kids dressing up, trick and treating. It's so cute.
Yeah, we saw some fun kids out there earlier, out there trick or treating and all that kind of jazz. It was a pretty good time. We had some fun there. So, yeah, thanks, Julian. Thanks, man. We're a rock star. She's more of a vampire. I'm kind of like the washed up old, punk rocker. I was calling myself. Yeah. And I don't know. I'll think of a good name. I'll think of a good name for myself here in a minute. Maybe like, you know, Iggy was or something like that. But good to see everybody out there. Already got some fine people in here. We got the Bet. We got Matt Thummet, Kentucky Blue Balls, Stingray. Good to see you guys. Badger Life, SO, Julian, Ty Sport coming in there. Thanks. I dig it too, man. Yeah, we've been out there just having fun. So tonight we're doing like gonna be a fun little show. Basically we're gonna talk about ghost stories and things like that, things that paranormal experiences maybe that people have had. It's Halloween night, so we're gonna do like a live call-in show and let people come in and tell us their ghost stories and their haunted experiences,
I'm so
whatever.
ready.
I know. So you want to kick it off there, Mrs. Fools? I know you got to get ready for bed here soon. So you've got a spooky tale for us. You want to tell us about your haunted experience?
Mm, Actually, it happens in my own house. It's my when I still live with my parents. It's an old house. So that night, I used to see my dad when he's still alive. He always, before he go to bed, he always brush his teeth and clean up. And I was like, oh, I want to use the bathroom. Oh, my dad's still there. Oh, okay, I saw his leg and he's wearing the same shirt he always wear, like all the time. And after that, okay, I just go back and then checking on him again. Mm, he's gone. And then when I turn around, he's behind me. Just like, and
Now, who is this behind you?
my dad. And
You're,
whose leg that I saw in the bathroom? I saw that a leg with the same shirt. I just peeked behind the door. I thought it was him brush his tooth. I just like, oh, I might be wrong or it's already too late. Okay. And then after that, a few months later, that happened. My brother come to stay with my mom and we're staying with my parents that night. I saw the same thing again. And I saw a man like behind the bedroom. I swear to God. And then I was like, it's my brother. But I don't see, it's like, what kind of clothing. And then I'm not sure. Oh, somebody in a bedroom. Oh, well, probably my brother or my dad. I was like, okay. And I turn around, all the boys in the bed. So, yep. And then, okay, I might be crazy or what? I just scratch my head. Oh, whatever. I just don't want to think about anything crazy. And then, couple years later, my brother has a friend, and this guy has a like, the people that has a talent to see things.
yeah.
And then this guy, as soon as he walked with my brother in my house, he stopped in the front door and he told us, your house has somebody stay here. Yeah. I said, we stay here. No, I mean permanently. What do you mean? I saw in that corner on the bedroom corner on the back, he saw thing. And I asked him, what thing? I cannot tell you. He said,
He couldn't tell you?
nope,
Why not?
because I don't know. He won't tell us. He said, just, but it's okay. They won't bother you guys as long as you be good and just keep doing like you guys Christian. We're Catholic, so we don't believe things like that. And just like, but I don't know. I just cannot like something like that. Is this real or just in human psychology? It's like I don't know, but I don't believe things like that at all.
Well, it sounds like you might believe him. I mean, you were there.
I don't, but I
Did
don't
it
know.
did it scare you?
It was for a minute. It's like, what the heck? It's like, is this real? But like, I do not want to believe that. But that guy told us, yeah. But and my mom's like, oh, whatever. He just probably just
So what about the one last thing I'm going to ask you about before you got to do that is
Yeah.
what about the lady in the water? What about the lady in the water in Indonesia? I want to hear this tale real quick. I think the people out there might be
I've
interested
never
as well.
been in that. Actually, it's called Parangtritis. It's a beach in the East Java, and years ago they believe in like that ancient. There's a lady that has been like from their few years like a back like before century whatever. We have like a what you call it in English like
Like a serpent in the water, basically.
no, it's like a this area they have a king, they have a queen, like a certain place, and that area there's a king and a queen live in the area.
Kingdom.
Yeah, and like but it's a little spot like that. So in Indonesia, while back we have a story like there's a small kingdom in here, in here, in here, and the princess get I don't know. The story is like she got murdered, and then she fell in love with the guy. I don't know what happened. Their love is not getting so good, blah blah blah, and she got murdered and she died. And she suicide in that ocean. And then since that day, and then she always wear a green, beautiful dress. And then whoever a guy jump in that beach and swimming with the green short, he's gone.
She takes them. She goes and takes. If you wear green
That's
shorts and
what
get in
they
there, she comes and
believe.
takes you.
Yeah, and then
Is that why you always make me wear green shorts when I go swimming in the water there? You're always making me wear those green Speedos out there thinking that lady's going to come and take me out of the water.
no,
Jesus Christ.
I know. It's like I told Brenda, it's like, yeah, if you want to jump in the ocean, I just like it's stuck in my head. Don't wear green short. Just like I don't believe that, but just like, yeah, don't even try. Don't test that thing.
Don't test that. Yeah, that's yeah, now I know why you're always trying to send me in there with those green Speedos on, those green Speedos that you bought for me. See Andy Heinrich right here, he's got a message for you here.
Oh, hello, selamat malam.
There you go.
How can he speak Indo?
I don't know. You have to ask Andy Heinrich how he does that. Good to see you, Andy Heinrich. Who else we got? We got Val in here. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you. Dozer. What's up, Dozer? Bet always trolling me. There you go.
Yeah.
Tommy Temper. What's up, Tommy Temper? Good to see you. Congrats on that wedding once again, brother. Good. Tommy just got married the other day. So.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, no, not Tommy. Never mind. I'm talking about the wrong person. Sorry, Tommy. No, never mind.
God.
Not Tommy. Damn, I just jinxed Tommy. What's up, Tommy? Never mind. I was mistaking you for somebody else. Sorry about that. Good to see you, Tommy. Yeah, Vapion in here as well. Good to see you, Vapion. So yeah, we're doing what I'll do. I'm going to drop this link right here. What we're looking for is we're looking for people to call in. It's not really going to be like any kind of open panel where we got like 50 people screaming over each other. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop this link in here in the chat. What we're looking for is we're looking for people's scary stories. If you got a ghost story, you got something like that, we want you to call in and come over here and tell us about
And
your
tell me, do you believe on things like haunted, something like that?
supernatural.
I don't believe that thing. I don't believe that kind of thing. I think it's just like what you call in people like you see things probably from your own mindset. Is it work like that? And so your brain bring it up? I don't know. But that happened to me. But I just like, oh, I don't want to believe that. But whatever. What I saw is like,
Yeah, I don't know. All
mhm.
those things are scary to me. I do believe in that kind of crazy stuff. I do. I don't like to mess
and
with
I
it too much either.
and I had a experience. Have you ever heard about that? You were in like a bad dream, and then something like choking you, and then until you cannot breathe. Uh, And
Oh,
then when you
like the old hag, you get
yes,
that
and
old
then you
hag.
would get up, you're like a breathing heavy, and that's truly happened to me. It is scary. You cannot even like you feel like in your deep sleep, you're like screaming, you just asking for help, and then just keep like trying to get up, but you cannot move. And then you try to scream, but nothing like come out.
Yeah, that's called sleep paralysis. That's where you see
I
like the
know.
old
It's
hag or something like that,
and then I don't know. I just that is a bad experience. It's like, oh my god, please always pray before you go to bed. It's like, I don't want that happen again. That is not fun at all. Oh, hi, Sally.
Hello, how are you?
Good. You have a good Halloween today?
Yeah, how about you?
Great. Yeah, we have fun with friends and the kids. It was fun.
Yeah, we went out and threw eggs at kids trick or treating. So all the kids that we saw trick or treating, we just threw eggs at them. It was kind of fun.
Just the ones dressed up like Kamala, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna throw one at the one that was dressed up like Biden, but he kept sleeping on the carpet. So I could never get him up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
How you doing tonight, Sally? How was
I
your?
What was that?
I was like, how are you doing tonight? How was your Halloween day? Anything exciting happen?
No, just handing out candy to the little kids and just trying to.
no.
My computer was running slow. I couldn't figure it. It wasn't. I don't know what the deal was. Nobody's using the internet, and it was being retarded.
I got you. That happens sometimes. Yeah, Caroline was on here telling, or
Yeah,
Mrs. Fools was
I
on here
know.
telling us about her paranormal experiences and stuff like that.
I really don't want to believe that, but that happened. But I don't know what. I just that's probably from your mind own set, and then just people can see things for a glance. Like I don't know what is that, but I don't believe that supernatural things like that. I think that's just a human mindset, and keeps
All right, you're
running.
taking all the fun out of Halloween now. Let's-
I just
She does
I know.
even paranormal, and she's like, "It's Halloween."
Yeah, believe people, believe. This is all haunted. Let me see if I put that creepy music back on. Maybe get you a little more scared.
Have you never seen ghosts, either one of you, in real life?
No.
Well, you were just telling us you saw some person.
But I don't believe that is ghost. I just what is that? It's probably just my own mindset, or I don't know. I never see like ghosts, but all I see is legs, like a man leg. Like,
You're haunted by the leg of a man.
When I was little, I used to see ghosts like every single night before I'd go to sleep.
it's a real creepy thing.
Real ghosts. When I was probably
Oh
between the time
God.
of probably 8 and 10, every single night
Oh
across
my
my bedroom door, there were these people that were dressed in white cloaks that were like this, and their arms were folded, and they would walk back and forth across my door every single night. And I would like hide in my covers, and I would kick my little sister to like wake up, because I was like terrified of sleeping every night for like 2 years.
oh my God.
It was creepy.
Your house is a really old house?
Oh, it was.
Why?
We rented it when I was little, and
Oh.
it was a really really old house, like one of those houses with a a dirt cellar, like, and there was like black widows in the base, like in the red cellar. It was like creepy. Um, yeah, but there was like we were always told the house was haunted, and I was always like, I don't know, I was always freaked out by it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Haunted houses.
I thank God I never see like real creepy thing like that. No.
It was scary. I as a
Oh,
little
I
kid, I
bet.
was terrified. And it was I'd have to turn the light on. I like kicked my sister, get out of bed, go turn on the light, because if the light turned on, then they weren't there. But I swear, it was like for 2 years, every single night.
Oh my God.
So I had this thing happen to me when I was young. And so I had in the bedroom every night. I would sit there every night. My mom and dad would be like, all right, it's time for you to go to bed. And I'd go there and I'd be in bed, doing my thing. And every single night there would be this shadow would walk through my closet. And it because a kid, your closet door is always open, it was never closed, with toys and shit. And there'd be this shadow that would walk through my closet. And I was like, oh my God. And I'd go running out of the bedroom, going and crying to my mom and dad. And they're like, shut the hell up. Go back to bed. There ain't no damn shadow person in your closet. Go back to bed.
No.
And this went on for like 8 months, 9 months. And I saw this damn thing every night. And finally, my mom's like, I guess she started to worry. She's like, okay, well, maybe after like 8 months, she's like, maybe there is some kind of thing,
How
in his
old were you?
closet. I was like 6 years old.
Oh my
And it was
gosh.
terrifying. And I was seeing this thing. Well, it turned out that Mr. Mayo that lived next door to us, at every night, they'd put me to bed about 8:30. Well, every night he got home and he would take his trash out at night. And from his back door, when he walked out of the back door through his porch, it would his shadow would come right through my window, directly in through my closet. So my mom was literally laying there in bed and she's like, what the hell? There is a shadow in your damn closet. And then she was old enough to realize, look outside and was like, oh, it's Mr. Mayo walking back and forth.
That's creepy.
Right? Yeah, they kept telling me, go to bed, you little bastard, shut up. I'm like, I told you there's a ghost in my closet.
You gotta believe me, Mom.
Right.
I saw things. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really believe in that
Well-
supernatural, Sally?
You're muted, Sally. You're muted.
Well, you muted me. No, just kidding. Do I believe in this? Yeah, I believe in the supernatural. I saw it with my own eyes. Like I don't know. It's really, I don't know how to explain it, but it was
Yeah.
like, I can still see exactly where I was in the bed. I
Oh
can
my
still see the
goodness.
same color blanket that I would wear, that I had, that my grandma made me.
Oh my
It
God.
was purple and white checkered. And I remember vividly what everything looked like when I saw these images. It's so for me to say it's not supernatural, I think that I believe in it.
What's up, Val? Hey, good to see you in here, Nature Boy as well, and Son Honey. Pete Digits in here. We got a caller in the background. Do you know what
Really?
Donald John? Do you know what Donald John?
I would have
He's dressed and ready to be impressed. So I'm going to bring this guy on. I'm going to
Yeah,
bring this
bring
guy
him
on.
on.
Let's hear his story.
Yeah, let's hear his story.
Oh, hello, Mr. John. I like that.
Well,
How's everyone? It's me, Donald John. I was listening to your sob stories. My bottom lip quivered, and I was like, let me take another shot of whiskey so I can listen to this sad sentiment. It's terrible. I wanted to get everybody remarried, even though they're happily married. I was highly confused.
what's up, brother? How you doing? Donald John. I'm loving it.
Is he gonna give me crap about my room again?
Happy Halloween. I refuse to talk about that. Look, you're a quite lovely lady, Sally. You're taken for, you're spoken for, you're everything for, except affordable. So I'm not a fool.
Tell me what woman is affordable.
My mother, she never got rid of me.
Oh, oh my gosh, I'm dying right now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, nice. This is definitely this is going to be a hard collar to beat here, people. This is
You're
going
not
to
going to
be a
beat
hard.
this one.
This is going to be a hard
Ooh,
one to beat.
This whiskey, my mustache is designer. Do you love it?
I do love it. It's huge. It's
Extra thick
huge.
edition. Very
How much
thick.
do you charge for those
It's-
mustache rides?
Let me tell you, I love my flavor savers. I keep them. I wake up about noon the next day. I extend my tongue. And I was like, last night was quite the treat. And so I remember these things. So yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
My mustache is running away again. Come back. You must not retreat. Stay here. It loves to escape from time to time. My mustache.
Is it a special? Is it a special kind of gel that you use?
Yeah, human gel. The face rodeo is quite extraordinary. I love it. Every man get you a pleasant woman and enjoy a face rodeo, and then you'll be a real cowboy. Yes.
Oh my
A
God.
face rodeo.
Oh, geez. So Donald John. I gotta hear. I know you gotta have a scary story of your son. Like, maybe there was something from when you were in the White House or something like that.
In the White House.
Unfortunately, I don't have too many scary stories. I may have one or two. Let me see if I can recall. There was a scary situation when one Halloween I walked into a party and there was potato salad, but there was a large gallon of raisins that had not yet been put in it, and I was like, "This is a nightmare scene. You must not do it. Do not put all of the raisins in my potato salad. I need southern potato. My great aunt Annie Mae, she gave me southern potato salad and it never had raisins in it. So I remember her and I vowed to never have potato salad with raisins in it. I was terrified. But I do like pumpkin. I do like pumpkin pie. I love throwing it in people's faces because I refuse to waste my good sweet potato pie.
Now, do you like pumpkin spice?
And everything nice.
I have to admit, when I saw you come up in the back room, I'm like, who in the hell is this?
He's terrified. Look, I know I have to go, but I have to at least give you another scary story. So, there's a friend of mine, and via marriage, he has a black man in his family, and so it's mostly white, and so I was terrified. I walked in the bank with them. They wanted this to be a special report, and I saw the first two white men sign. And then I saw the brother extend to sign. I said, "No, you must not do this. You're going to ruin the whole deal. We don't need your credit on this." And I was terrified. No one understood what was happening except for me. I was like, "You will not destroy this deal." No, brother. They have it covered, the credit scores. I can't believe it. And they say I'm bougie for saying things like this.
Bougie. Donald John.
My mustache
Bougie.
talks. Look, I must leave you. You have a great guest with Talk with Sally. She has a pleasant black background. I know I put an L in there. I can't help it. My roots called me, but I have now assimilated as myself as a dark-skinned white man. So this is delicious.
Dark-skinned white
You know what? Dark-skinned white man. I'm fabulous. You must respect me. Because I always hear people say they're a light-skinned black man. Well, let's flip it. I'm a dark-skinned white man. Yes, here I am, and I'm enjoying it. Just like some juicy thigh chicken. I love it. I identify with both. I'm still chicken, which has white breasts, but still has brown thighs. It's a whole collage of meat. It all is in one chicken, so we're all together here.
That's funny.
Thank you for having me, traveling fools.
Donald John, you are always welcome here, my
It sounds like
friend.
he's snipping his fingers.
I know. I love it. I love it.
It wakes me up. It's like smelling salts. You get knocked out. You think you have a concussion. And then they just put the smelling salts. It's the flavor savers. They save me for everything. It's like getting a shot. Yes, it revitalizes me. They say he's out. He's fainting. He won't make it. Put his mustache closer to his nose, and he's revitalized. I love that smell. It's wonderful.
smells like raisin.
Bad Gemini, I love you, brother. Love you, man. That was awesome.
Oh my goodness. That's
Well,
funny.
that was an unexpected but really funny, really funny call-in right there. I like it.
Oh,
I love Bad Gemini. You can never get enough good stuff from him.
that's funny. Oh, hi, Joey.
Yeah, look, we got Joey Foster in the chat. Good to see you, Joe. We got Multi in there as well. Who else? Zachary Parsley. Good to see you, Zachary. Paul Stone. Good to see you as well. Good to see all you happy people. Hope everybody's having a great Halloween. This is we're just waiting to see. Oh no, look, we've got our next wonderful caller coming in right now to tell us a great story. I'm sure this one's gonna be a doozy. Nate, how you doing, Nate? Nate Kruger. What's up, Nate the Great? How you doing?
Oh, that is creepy.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Good. You look great.
Thank you.
Nate Kruger. How you doing tonight, Nate?
I'm doing good. I mean, I don't have to call it, but whatever. I'm doing good. I mean, I gotta tell a scary story, so.
Yeah, we want to hear your what's up, Matt Dummett. Matt Dummett likes your costume here. He's laughing it up in here. Good to see you, Matt.
How can you breathe behind the mask?
I couldn't find a mask that can like go around the whole head. This is like a what do we call it?
A half mask. A half mask.
Yeah, I see.
All right, Nate. So we do have I'm taking these callers first come first serve. So I got two more right here behind you. So what's your scary story, Nate? Give us your thoughts there, sir.
I mean, I don't have any much scary stories, but I do have one that's maybe scary. But so me and my friends, were at a pumpkin patch, right? And it was that night I think we're by ourselves. So we were walking down this, I guess, staff area. There's no one there. We didn't know at the time it was staff. It was like the whoever works there. It's getting hot here.
You keep up with that mess.
Yeah, I was getting hot.
You talk
Good, because I
better
couldn't
now.
hear you either.
I know. That's because I wasn't close to my mic. But anyways, we were walking down to this aisle of this road. We all hear a really, really loud scream.
Oh.
I don't know what kind of gender it was, but it sounded like a girl.
Yeah.
After a scream, you know that movie called Annabelle the Doll?
Yeah. I hate that movie. Creepy.
Remember how she says, hello?
Yeah.
Basically, it sounded like that.
Oh Lord.
It sounded like that in the pumpkin patch. And after that, we just ran out of the way. So basically, TF, I was basically saying to these fine ladies that we heard a supernatural. Well, me and my friends heard a supernatural or ghostly sound, like a scream, and maybe I don't know.
How old were you?
17.
Okay.
So during my high school years, but so yeah, we were at it's when you know the horror movie Annabelle, right? TF.
Yeah, like The Conjuring and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how the scene, the one scene says, I think she says hello.
Right.
Like it basically sounded like that. So we ran out of the way like a fart in the wind.
I got you. So
Yeah.
that's your scariest story, huh?
Yeah, I was at a pumpkin patch. So,
At a pumpkin, yeah, like line it. Were you up waiting for the great pumpkin, Nate?
probably.
Probably. All right. Well, Nate, I love you, brother. We got to jump on. We got to take the next one, but feel free to call back in here in a little while. Think of another cool story and call back in. We're gonna have this going for a while. I don't want to leave Steve in the background here.
I know.
Steve
Can I
coming
be in
next.
the
I don't want to
back
leave
room,
Steve sitting back there. What's that?
Can I stay in back room until I guess in my next?
Yeah, sure. Or if you got something else, to go on ahead and
No,
do whatever you want to do, Nate.
Yeah.
All right, cool, Nate.
You can hear things like that. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Nate the Great, always checking in. We gotta love Nate the
Yeah.
Great. He's a great guy here.
Love you, Nate.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Sally?
That was really great.
Yeah. I can see him being, like Linus waiting for the great pumpkin, in the pumpkin patch. Sitting out there.
Freddy Krueger is still the scariest movie that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've never seen it since I was 5 years old. And I only saw a little clip of it because I was not, it was for the big, so there's 7 in my family. I'm the second youngest of 7. Right. So I was told, stay in your room. And I'm like, why do I have to stay in my room? Everyone's watching a movie. So I remember cracking the door open. I crawled down the hallway to peek to see what everyone was watching. And I see like this guy you have the bed scene, right? Where he's going underneath there and slicing underneath the bed and all the, So I saw about 3 seconds of it, ran to my room crying and screaming. And I don't think I've ever watched it since. The full movie.
That one's the scariest one I've ever seen too. What's up, Bruce Cass?
I don't like that movie. Just give me, I don't know, nightmare.
Well, look at this. We got Steve on here. What's up, Steve? How you doing?
Hey, man, I had to jump in here because Sally's outfit tonight was the freaking bomb.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, look, for the kids, that is sensational. So I'm up in the Idaho. I'm in the mountains in Idaho. I'm hunting. And I just had to jump in and give her a shout out for her effort and helping, with the kids. That's a deal. But yeah, I was just loving that. I'm like, and her comments, like the kids are like, yeah, greatest president and all this and all that.
A 10-year-old. It was so cool. A 10-year-old literally is like, well, I'm like, for whatever reason, there was a lot of Mexicans coming tonight, which I didn't realize that because Utah is not very diverse, right? So I wasn't expecting that. And so it was a cute little 10-year-old Mexican kid. He's like, Donald Trump is the coolest president ever. And I was just like, oh yeah. And then I had other parents come and buy some guy because I was almost out of candy. And I was like, hurry up, it's cold. And he's like, wait, but we love Donald Trump and we love our two-way. Does that count? I'm like, okay, here, have extra candy.
That's great. That's great. Awesome.
Now, was this on a stream you were doing previously, like on X there or something? Is that?
No, I just posted a picture of it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. I got you.
Yeah. No, this is great what you guys are doing. This is awesome, and what a great night to be doing it. So to fill in for your theme, it's not what I do for work, but because of my degree out of college, years ago I was involved in a group that was dealing with satanic cults, and because of my theology degree, I volunteered to help them, and I actually sat in on a exorcism, and it was the most creepiest, weirdest thing I've ever seen. No one would ever believe it. I'm not going to go into details, but it was a trip. It was a trip. And that's the scariest thing I've ever seen. So just try to keep in with your theme.
Now, when you say theology, do you mind what religion that would be, like with the theology degree?
So a theology degree is not specific. Well, it can be. Mine is not specific to any religion. It's, just theology in general.
I got you.
Yeah. Like I had, like one of the classes I took was the psychology of religion. You know, I had to take hermeneutics, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, that was the most scariest, creepiest thing I've seen. And I've seen a lot of bad shit in my work, but that was a trip.
Well,
Like-
can you tell us a little more about it? Maybe. I mean, is there? I mean, you know, we're no rub. We're wanting to hear scary
Yeah,
stories.
tell us
If you got any details,
Who-
man. I mean,
Yeah.
Who get
So
exorcist? Is a guy or a girl?
so what happened was this girl.
Oh, it's a
She was
girl.
she was a teenager here in Idaho. She got involved in a satanic cult,
Oh my God.
and the group is not operational anymore. It was a volunteer group of people like myself and other people, and she ended up where her parents and the other professionals that dealt in this stuff, they believed she was possessed. I was on the fence. I'm like, I don't know. They asked me to come there just to assist, and I'm telling you what, the sounds and the way this girl acted, it made me a believer. Like it was like the movies can't even duplicate this, right? Like the older movies. What's that movie about the girl way back in the day that was possessed?
Exorcist.
Emily Rose, or
Yeah, even before that, there was another one. I can't think of it right now, but yeah,
Oh my God.
like the
So,
movies.
can I ask you
Yeah.
who was performing the exorcism? Like, was that done by yeah?
It
you go.
was the Catholic priest that.
Okay.
So most exorcisms historically, if you believe in this, they have to be done by or an ordained designated Catholic priest. And that's who they have there. I had nothing to do with that, but this person had the credentials and was ordained by the Catholic organization to do that. Yeah, it was
I get-
creepy, man.
Oh my God. Thank God I never witnessed that.
Yeah, I mean, was it like? I mean, like as relating it to some of these movies that are on TV and stuff. Like, how did it relate to something like that? Yeah, you know, I mean, was any of that kind of stuff real or?
No, like she looked normal, but the change in like voices were coming out of her that were not her voice, and there's no way she could fake that. And
No,
and her contortion and level of agitation was through the roof, and there were multiple voices. There wasn't just one, it was multiple.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, it was crazy. And I mean, I'm a pretty critical thinker, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, either this girl is a Emmy award winning actress or this is real. I mean, it was that bad. And it wasn't just the voices, it was the words, the violent words that were being said, which I'm not going to say on here, and the threats, and clearly she was in physical pain as well. Like her body was being tormented. It was insane.
So
Like that has haunted me for so long.
in that moment, did you feel something like a negative thing around you when that happened, or you feel like
No,
really?
I felt afraid. I was like,
You're just
wow,
terrified.
should I even be here? Like, I didn't feel any like electricity or
Yeah.
emotion like that people talk about, but I did definitely feel like, am I at risk here? Like, maybe I should leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Run.
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this shit. What the hell?
Run.
Like a ride at Disney World.
Yeah, I mean, I really went more out of, all right, do I really believe this? Do I not? Like, I just wanted to see. But once I saw what I saw, and I didn't leave because that didn't feel right either, but I definitely wanted to leave. It was the
Yeah.
craziest thing. It was
Oh
horrific.
my God.
Yeah.
That would have
So-
freaked me out so Like I could just imagine, like if you're experiencing an exorcism and you can physically like hear the sounds of something otherworldly, and you experience that, like that would probably give me nightmares for a long time.
Oh, listen, it it completely changed my perception of good and evil. And I still, I mean, I can't say, like, I can't say with authority for sure, but I'm telling you right now that what I was watching, I don't know how you fake that.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how you fake that.
You'd have to be a pretty dang good actress to fake something like that. I mean, just the sounds, I could just imagine the sounds of the screams. If you watch like a super horror flick and you hear those screams and that stuff that you just know cannot be. I believe that people can be possessed. Like I really think that right now in these times we're in a battle of good versus evil, and I imagine that these spirits go into these people that are not that don't live the. I don't know if you believe in God. I do. That go into these bodies, and they possess them, and that when they talk about lizard people, that's what I think a lizard person is that this spirit was able to possess your body.
Exorcism. Sorry, Sally. Exorcism was the first movie with Linda Blair.
Yes.
And right. Okay. So if you look at that movie and how her face changes and stuff, that did not happen. Like this girl looked totally normal, other than when she was contorted, and clearly she was in pain. It was the male voices. It was
Any other languages?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You can't even understand.
Listen, if someone would have told me about this, I would have said, nope, I'm not buying it. Like, if somebody would have filmed this, I would have said, no, this is fake. But I was standing there and I'm like, holy, it was life altering. And it was super creepy and scary. And yeah. So
do you think that made you start believing in God after that? Like, because everyone's like, oh, there's no such thing as God. And then it's like you experience something like that. Or whether I guess it could be just good versus evil, right?
No. Oh, no. Listen, that experience actually solidified my belief that there are good and evil spirits, a God, a devil. Look, this girl, there is no way, and I have a lot of training in working with people with what I do for work, and now fast forward, because I wasn't in that work then, but there is no way she could fake that. There was no way. So she was either severely mentally ill or she was possessed. Now, at the end of it, when it was all done, she was fine. And it
worked.
Wow.
She had no memory of any of it, according to her.
She don't remember anything.
No. Nope.
So it means a bad spirit exists in this world.
Well, like I said, it's either legit or she is a Academy Award winning actress. It was the most insane thing.
But
how long ago was this?
This was back in '89.
Okay, because the actresses and actors now aren't very good. So okay, back then we can relate to that with the Academy Award winning, because nowadays they just hand those things out, based on.
Yeah.
But I heard that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, this was back in '89. I graduated college in '87. And I don't even remember how I got referred to this group. Back in the day, it was called the Dove Group. You can't even find anything on them anymore. But they specifically worked with the police on satanic, occultic crimes and that kind of thing.
Satanic ritual abuse.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I got roped into this deal through that group, and yeah, it was one of the most insane things I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of bad shit. But anyhow,
wow.
Hey, I'll let you guys go. I don't want to take up all the time, but Hey,
No, man,
Oh,
no,
that's great.
I
Yeah.
love the story. That's what we're looking
I
for
heard-
here is some good
Yeah,
story,
I heard a lot of possessed thing in Indonesia, but never witnessed it. Never witnessed. I heard
you
things
don't
like
you
that.
you don't want to. You
No,
don't want to.
thanks.
No.
Just one word for me.
Are you
Run.
sure your birthday's coming up? I could take you to an exorcism. You said you
When's
wanted to
her
have date
birthday?
night. Date night. Date night.
No, that's
When's
not
her
it.
birthday?
Oh, it's next week.
Well, I know. I'm asking because my birthday's next week too.
Uh-oh.
I'm on
Look
the
at
7th.
all the October birthdays. My wife's birthday is this month. She just had it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scorpios are the best.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
she's a freaking handful. Love her to death. But yeah,
Now, what are you, Steve? What are you?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you're a Taurus. My son's a Taurus.
Ah.
And he's a
Yep.
he's the most amazing, sweetest, kindest,
Aw.
stubborn person in the whole world.
Oh, precious. How
I'm-
old is he?
He's
Yeah.
19. He's
Oh.
moving
Oh.
out. He's moving out on November 8th.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm kind of sad. I am sad but happy, but I always told my kids they had to move out at 18. Well, we live in a Biden economy, so he's really kind of terrified. He makes enough money, but he's terrified. But
Yeah,
Oh.
it's tough right now.
my baby.
Our kids are in their 30s, so they're well on their way. But yeah, the whole controversy of satanic rituals and cults, it's for real. Like they exist.
Real, yeah.
And crimes occur based on that stuff. I mean, even like within the cartel community and stuff, they will make sacrifices and almond to
The
protect themselves.
MS-13. The MS-13
Yeah.
does that.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing like a voodoo.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like that happened in Indonesia to something like a voodoo thing. I heard
I don't
that
think it's
and-
voodoo. I don't think it's voodoo. I think it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yep.
things like that happen in Indonesia, but I never witnessed it. I just heard things like that. I mean, like
Right.
it's always involved with the bad spirit.
Yep. Santa Teresa or whatever it's called. I haven't worked in that in so long. I don't remember all the stuff, but
Did you work?
But
Did you
it-
work
but
with the
it
gang
exists.
stuff, Steve?
no, not now. I did. I
Well, I
actually
didn't. I
worked
just wondered if you did as a cop before. Can't remember.
No, I've never been a cop. I
Oh,
did
okay.
do a stint in South Central LA, right
Okay.
out of Lafayette Park, MacArthur Park. I worked at a youth center, recreation center for getting gang kids off the streets. But no, I'm a trainer. I do
Okay.
self defense, use of force training, and I
Oh,
I
do you
help
know Branca? Law of self-defense?
yeah, I'm actually one of his certified instructors.
You are?
Yeah.
I love him. Did I
Yeah.
know? Did I know that you knew him?
No,
Oh, he's one of my favorite people. I really, he's a great guy. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't like him, but I've met him in person, so I really like him.
yeah, he's a character, and he's really good at what he does. Yeah, I've been a certified instructor under his program for a long time, and
Oh, that
for-
is so cool.
yeah, for over 30 years, because I used to have a bunch of training centers. I just have one now. I have worked with many lawyers all over the country, helping people in their criminal cases, defending their case of self-defense or in federal court as well.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That is so cool.
You're
That is
super
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I just got back from a week-long trial, actually.
Oh wow.
Yep, helping the lawyer.
Steve, real quick, did you ever? So you follow me on X, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So I actually, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but I actually did a X Spaces because someone had sent me a video from the UK. I'm gonna have to send you the link for it because someone sent me a video about going along with that ritual abuse stuff, and I was afraid it was going to get taken down from the I was afraid it was going to get taken down, so I hurried and did an X Space so that I had a record of it, and it was very disturbing. But I'm going to send it to you.
Yeah,
Oh.
that stuff's disturbing.
Oh,
Or-
no,
Yeah, you
no.
have to hear, but no, the stuff is like it. The reason why I do it is because I have a lot of survivors that'll sometimes come into my spaces and they'll DM me in the background. So it's just trying to help them understand that this really does happen, but nobody talks about it because it's so weird.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, Sally, if you ever want to do anything on women's self-defense or defending self-defense, I'd be happy to support you and help out with that.
Absolutely.
I've consulted on thousands of cases, testified all over the country. I have 20 active cases right now besides doing trainings. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not trying to pump myself.
Oh,
I like
shush.
no, listen, I like to connect with people like you because you have the platform to get the message out. And
Oh, yeah.
our country is facing a major issue right now with crime, and
True.
we've seen it that the FBI has covered up the true crime stats. And
Oh, yeah.
people need to be prepared to know how to protect themselves, and once they do that, how to deal with the legal system, right?
Yeah, let's
So-
come on my show sometime. So as soon as November 5th is over, I'm going to go back to doing my research, and I want to start having guests on. I would love to have you come on because I actually did I got my concealed weapons permit.
Oh yeah,
from,
cool.
Yes, and it was an all women's thing, but I actually want to do defensive training, right? Because
Yeah.
you can have your concealed weapons, and that's all good and fine. But if you don't know how to use it under stress, under pressure, on the move, then what good is it?
Yeah, 1000%.
It's almost more dangerous if you don't know how to use it.
Listen,
I love to hear that.
Listen, I've been holding weekly spaces for almost 4 years now on defending self-defense and
why don't I know about this?
Reality-based training, etc. And it's just a volunteer thing I do. I'm just trying to help people that don't know Andrew or Masada Yub or anyone else that I'm connected to, and it's been pretty good. I mean, it's helped a lot of people out because there's so many myths related to self-defense based on Hollywood and TV and all the BS out there, and most people have no idea like what happens, like how do you handle, if you go full nuclear. And now we're spinning your thing. I'm not trying to do that. Look, here's an example. Most people, they'll get their concealed carry and then they stop. They use it, then they get arrested, and they have no idea how court works, how to find the right attorney, et cetera, et cetera. And I've seen so many lives ruined by people defending themselves and that are going to be doing, 25 to life, 40 to life, whatever. So as a trainer, I like teaching the hard skills, but I also like teaching the information of, hey, if this actually happens to you, this is what you need to know. And that's why years ago, I signed up and paid, I can't remember how it was, like $1,600 to go through Andrew Bronca's instructor program. Cause I'm like, what is this guy saying? Like, what is he teaching? And cause I had never had an opportunity like that. And I was really great to see that he was saying a lot of some same stuff I was saying, just in a different way. But yeah, I use his books in all my trainings, and I actually post every week. You can get your free book from his website, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's what I do.
Well, I'm going to have you on. Like in the next 2 weeks, I really want to have you on. That would be really great. I think this would be very useful.
Yeah, happy to do it. Happy to support it because I think you could help a lot of people out. And, sadly, we're seeing more and more violent crimes on citizens, especially women, from people that aren't supposed to be here. And that's not right. People got to get informed.
DM me so that I make sure that I have the right, because I think I know who you are, but DM me so I make sure I have the right person.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, what is your at on Twitter? I'll sub you up just because good to have you on.
It's at 3-tier services, and it says on there Safety Steve, because that's what everybody calls me, because I always talk about safety.
I'm excited. I can't wait. This will be fun.
I'm sure everybody loves to hear about the legal thing and
Safety Steve. I got you right there.
This is
Steve.
Yeah, this is all we need right now.
Well,
and then we don't want like our freedom get taken away.
Right.
Exactly. And then it's important.
Yeah, it's super important. And as well, you need to know how to defend yourself against all the tricks and treats of Halloween and the bad, evil things that are lurking out in the darkness. So thank you for having me on.
And the evil spirits leaving us.
We love to hear that, Steve.
All right, well there you go. I'm actually dropping your Twitter at in there right now. If anybody does want to go over there,
when I'll jump in when Steve have that.
Yeah, if anybody does want to go in there and sub Steve up on X, there's Steve's link right there on X. So there you are, Steve, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that. I think it's so cool what you guys are doing tonight, and I hope you get a lot of other cool callers that have cool stories. But I just had to call in, like I said, what you were doing with your outfit and the kids. I'm like, there you go. That's what we need to do. And then when I heard the stories about the creepy things, I'm like, all right, I got one. So
Awesome.
anyhow, all right.
Oh, it's fun. I
Amazing.
appreciate it. Thanks for
Interesting.
coming and joining.
All
Love
right.
it.
You guys stay safe.
You
hey,
too.
Steve, thanks a
Thank
lot for
you.
jumping on with us, brother. Good to
You
talk
bet.
to you.
It was
All right.
great. All right. Go ahead and
I
drop
love
me
it.
down.
All right, I got you. There we go. That was a cool caller right
That's
there.
amazing.
Yeah, it was neat
That
to
was
hear
fun.
about.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to have a legal conversation one day. We have to have that.
Yeah, you ladies need to know how to arm yourselves. You really do. I mean, that's a good thing. You don't want to do
Well,
it.
it is
not knowing.
what you do if you have to do that, right? So,
Yeah.
as a person, if you do have to use lethal force to protect yourself, you need to know what you need to do after the fact to
Yeah.
make sure that you don't go to prison the rest of your life.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and
First,
you-
you want to know how to use it. Second, you want to know how to, defend yourself in court.
you never know when you need it.
Right.
Oh my God, no.
Traveling fools, your wife is so gorgeous. I just,
Oh.
I just like, I love it. I'm just like, you look. I love her costume.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we didn't quite coordinate it right. I kind of went as like the, she went more as a vampire. I went more as a punk rocker.
With my
You
little
know,
cape.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were a punk vampire for some
I
reason.
can be. I mean, if
Yeah.
that's yeah. I mean, we could just pretend. That's what I tried to tell her, but everybody else is like,
Well,
you're.
what
you
is
know,
that? What is that show? Is the what is the body? What is it? Bodies? Where he has like he's like, oh, what is that show? It's got Ashton. Is it Ashton Kutcher in it? Is it Bodies?
I'm
That's what
not
you
sure.
remind me of. But it was like he had the pretty lady that was in love, and as the more that he fell in love and had emotions, and the more human he became. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, what is it?
I'm totally not sure. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. So yeah,
I wouldn't
don't
have
know.
saw it if I didn't have a teenage daughter.
Well, that's probably why I didn't see one then.
Yeah, probably.
No, that was a cool call though. And everybody out there, we did have a couple people in the back room there a minute ago, but feel free to jump back in. Anybody that's out there that wants to call in, tell us your ghost story, tell us your paranormal experience, tell us anything like that. That's what this is for right here. And actually, we have somebody coming in right now that looks like an absolute. The costume is to die for. The costume
Is
is
it
to
a
die for.
piece of
Oh
love?
no.
Yes, this one is another great one.
It's a piece of bread. Oh,
No, welcome to the stage here. Welcome to the stage.
hello, Mr. Boxman.
Hello, little girls. Are you fretting at me?
You look so cool.
I am my box of handsome Batman.
What's going on? Handsome box of fat man. How you doing tonight?
Apparently, I just looked down, right?
You know, it's a good day. You know what I mean? I want you to flash you my address. And,
Right
Oh,
there. If you had your address on the
Duggar. Is that Duggar?
Yep.
No, it is not. Let me using that.
How are you doing, Mr.
I can tell by your
Boxman?
box smile. I know that's Duggar.
Oh, baby.
He's even got the crooked eyes going on there.
I know.
Yes, you will.
How did you make that so real life like? Like if you were to take it off, I would still see Mr. Duggar.
Oh. Stop
Oh
it.
wow.
What if Mr. Duggar comes over here? Here, I go get him. Mr. Duggar, she wants to talk to you. Okay, hold on just a second. I'll be right back.
So how? Oh, there. Wait.
It is.
Uh-oh.
Is that an alien?
I'm gonna have a seizure.
Oh, God.
There we go.
How did he make it look just like his face?
Hello, little girls and bubs.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? How you doing tonight? I love the costume.
It was pretty inventive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Duggar, how do
And
you like my
also
dress?
Alabama
Duggar, do
fans
you
are
like my
not-
dress?
Pardon me?
Do you like my dress? Do you like my costume?
I like what's in the dress much better. Yes, I do.
Everyone's like, why didn't you dress up? I'm a Trump supporter. Like,
She's a
hello.
Trump supporter.
Like, how hard was that?
Salute.
I think honestly they should make lollipop sticks in your size. Oh, they so when you walk around with her on a stick, you know, like jalapeno on a stick. You know what I mean?
Like a jalapeno on a stick. Oh, sweet. So what'd you do today? What, Mr. Duggar, what'd you do today for Halloween?
Dude, I had a good time today. I went and hung out with the boys over at the garage and smoked mad quantities of weed and I didn't say shut up. But no, a couple friends of mine come over and visited. And I've been drinking beer all day. I'm kind of feeling kind of a little squirrely. Yes.
What beer are you drinking?
She was drinking Shinerbach.
Schreinerbach?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're drinking anything besides Shinerbach, you didn't want a beer in the first place.
I drink Kurz. You know I only drink Kurz.
Kurz.
Drinking me some Kurz Light.
We used to go from South Texas to Colorado and load the back of a pickup and bring it back and double our money.
Well, that's yeah, heck yeah. So, Mr. Duggar, I'm sure, like a man of your adventures and voyages around all kinds of places. I'm sure you got some like sea tales or some kind of some of that stuff. You've been a fisherman your whole life, things like that.
Yeah. I've had a few experiences, and could it been the acid I was taking? Maybe. Was it the mushrooms? No, it definitely. Well, it could have been the shrooms, but yeah, man, I've had a couple scary things happen to me, and seen some shit that there's somebody there, but they're not there. If you've never felt that in your life, then you probably ain't never been around a ghost. Right. The ghost wants you to know he's there. That's the only reason he's there, to let you know, that's his job, to let you know he's a ghost and he's hanging out and he's trying to get you to see him so he can be relevant. And, I don't know about these 3-dimensional time warps and stuff they can get into that they can go, we're just happening to hit 2 different dimensions at the same time at a right spot, but that shit like the Amityville Horror, oh hell no. Hell no.
You don't want to be part of the Luntz family?
If Chucky would have ever moved once on me, I'd have been gone. The creepy dolls and shit like that, and yeah. But I really believe that you can be fooled by ghosts and demons. So is it just merely a ghost, something trying to remain in this world, or is it a demon coming in maybe to plague you? And if you believe in angels, and surprisingly, a lot of people believe in angels. I am one of them. Then you must believe in the demon. But
you can't believe in good and bad if there isn't good and bad, right? Because you wouldn't have anything to compare it to. So they both have to exist. It's like that duality.
Exactly. Hello, Mrs. Fools.
Hello.
Stand up. Let me see your costume.
I've never met Mrs. Fools. I'm like freaking excited to meet her.
I know her real name. You look cute as you can be, little sugar booger.
We had a Halloween trivia tonight. It was so much fun. Trick or treat with the kids. They're cute.
All right, on.
I know. We get off work and just like, okay, let's have fun with these kids.
I love the freaking dress.
Oh,
Now I have to make an exception here. I know that we were always saying that trying to limit it to not having too many people, but I know you were saying you got to go to bed here in a minute, and I can't let Mr. Duggar not have this wonderful pleasure of having you got a costume back up there.
oh,
Look at this. Look at this.
at that.
Nice.
You look rock, girl. Oh,
Gotta put mine on.
that's awesome.
I love how much you went, all the trouble you went to, Mr. Duggar.
Hey. At least I didn't show up without a costume, by God.
That's right.
The box of Handsome Fat Man. It is
I love it.
Can be delivered to a house near you. You know. So. He always delivers.
I like it. The handsome box, the fat man can dance as
He
well.
even made the eyes crooked like his regular eyes. Like, how did he do that? That was kind of like that crooked face.
I don't have a crooked face. Stop.
Did you just say that my Mr. Duggar had crooked eyes?
It was like that. It was like, show her the box. Show her the box again.
Duggar.
Show her the box again.
I don't
Mr.
have.
they're
Mr.
like-
Duggar.
Watch this.
That's just because I'm not a good artist. Wait.
It is.
Is this Mrs. Duggar? Hi.
Oh, it's a little bit cricket.
He's got human eyes with a monkey
I
face.
wasn't Mr. This is my Mr. Duggar. This is the
Human
box.
eyes with the monkey face.
Hello, I talk like this with a French accent for no apparent reason.
Hello, Carol. You look amazing tonight. How are you, honey?
It's something I just threw together here. I was out trick or treating with the kids, and
That's got Mars stains
How
all
was it?
talking about.
Did you guys having fun?
oh, we did. We had a blast. Got sopping wet, but the kids had fun. So, and then thank God they're only like 2 and the 14-year-old. She went off with her friends to go trick or treat, but the 2.5-year-olds, there was 2 of them, a little boy and a little girl, my grandson and then his little friend. And oh my goodness, they were so cute. My grandson
Oh.
and the little girl went as baby shark. Do 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 do
Oh.
do do. Yes.
Oh, that song is stuck in
Yeah.
Cool's head in a minute. That Baby Shark song.
Oh no! Thanks, Gunners. Thanks. Love.
So, Gunner, have you experienced things with?
I
something?
have. Wait, right now I'm experiencing Duggar trying to stick a cigarette in the hole. And that was some skill.
Oh
Oh
Lord!
God! Don't burn that box.
Right, all of a sudden the box goes.
Please don't.
This was, they're probably hauling like,
Oh my goodness.
flammable materials in that.
Oh
He's
God.
gonna hot box himself.
Oh God.
So, yes, I do have. I have one actually that my sister, when her and her friends were teenagers, it was Halloween, and they were out creeping through the graveyard.
Why?
It was just to get scared. Well, don't ask me why, but there was an old man there who was putting flowers on a grave, and it was an old lady's grave. The kids only assumed it was probably his wife, but they did probably one of the meanest things they could do, but super funny for teenage kids. He put the flowers, he leaned out, they were all hiding about 3 graveyards back, or gravestones back, so he couldn't see them, and it was pitch black out. And he put the flowers that he had in his hand, and they were the plastic flowers with the wire at the end, and he puts them into the ground, and as he puts them into the ground, one of the kids behind one of the gravestones says, "Ouch."
Oh God.
And kind of stood back, and he pulled the flowers out as he stood back. And then as he pulled them out, the kid goes, "Ah."
What?
So then he puts the flowers back in, and the kid went, ouch. The man grabbed the flowers. And first, the kid went, and about that time, the dude, he took off just as fast as he could out of that graveyard. Scared the hell right out of him. And those kids laughed for days, man. My mom was furious that those kids did that. My sister was in so much trouble over that. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe my sister told my mom, but yeah, pretty funny.
Oh,
but I actually have it's something that was scary that happened, and it was I was cleaning a gravestone, and I was by myself, and I seen this man who was dressed in, all I can say is that it looked like something from biblical times. So it was like a jumpsuit almost type of thing, like almost one piece, and it was kind of a grayish, it almost looked like it was wool, and it had long sleeves, and there was wooden buttons on it, like the wooden buttons that you'll stick through like a leather strip of material, it's that kind of a wooden button, the long ones. And then he had a satchel, and I want to say it's a satchel because it was like one piece, or it seemed to be one piece, that was just a purse that he had hanging over his shoulder. And it also had it was a wooden button. It looked like it was probably a little different. But it was that same type of button apparatus where you would stick the button into the leather loop and it would close the flap of this satchel.
Now, did you think ghost immediately?
No, I just thought, what the hell's this guy doing? Because a lot of the homeless guys would kind of hang out around this graveyard. And so it always made me a little leery. And as I was watching him, he was probably 5 rows away from me. And as I'm watching him, there's a limb that he kept kind of coming closer to me. And as he would come closer, I just kind of kept an eye out on him, and I keep scrubbing on the graves and washing them off. And I would kind of stand up and make sure I was looking directly at him. And he just kind of slowly inched his way closer to me and closer to me, to where he was only about 3 gravestones from me.
Oh my God. So,
was the last time. That's about as close as he got to me. When whatever else. Oh, are we buffering? I got a bunch of stuff that I know that if something happens, I can kind of protect myself. And so I've got that stuff close to me. And as I'm watching him, he kind of drifts away a little bit. And I call my kids on the phone and said, I'm a little leery about this guy. Well, at that point, my husband brings what I need to make sure that I'm safe and going to be okay. So he gets in his car to come and bring that to me. But while he's doing that, I'm off of the phone at this point, and this guy kind of drifts away from me again. And he's like probably 6 rows away from me at this point. And there's a limb that's hanging over this fence that's like off of a really tall shrub. And at the time, I didn't know how tall it was, but I watch him walk up to it, and he kicks it with his foot, which to me is like a form of aggression. Like, that's my first thing. He knows I'm watching him. And I believe he knows I'm watching him. And that kind of freaked me out at that point. And so I've got all my stuff that I'm kind of gathering and making sure my ducks are in a row because I don't know what he's gonna do. And he ventures a little further away. And the last time that I see him, as this man gets close to me, the other point that I want to point out is that he's got brown hair that comes to about shoulder length and it's kind of wavy. It's the strangest thing. And he's got kind of a beard, but it's really short and kind of scruffy. And
so you've seen this cat up close.
Oh, he was only, like I say, when I was at the gravestone, he was only 3 stones away from where I was. So I got a very good look at this dude. And I'm freaking out at this point. The only thing that I got for protection at that point was a screwdriver.
Oh.
And so I'm...
Now, do you just always have a random screwdriver? Or?
Well, no, I'm cleaning graves. So I use it to...
Yeah.
I don't use it at all on the stones, but I use it to clean like dirt from around the sides.
Yeah.
So I've got it underneath my knees because I'm sitting on my knees. Well, as he drifts away further and further, he lays on this really big stone. Like he just lays down and he puts one foot up and the other one's kind of hanging over the stone. And then Marv shows up and gives me what I need to make sure I feel safe. And as we're talking, I look to find the guy and he's gone.
He's gone?
I mean, gone. There is Marvin went through the whole entire cemetery and never found the dude. So then as I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable and more comfortable, I walk over to where this branch is that he had kicked. And that branch was above like a 6-foot level. Like it was that much above my head. I would say it was a good almost 2 feet above my head. And he kicked that thing standing on the ground flat-footed. Walked up to it and kicked it. I got to tell you, it was the creepiest thing. And then as I'm telling the story, I was telling the story on my show one night, and somebody who is quite certain they see spirits said that was not a homeless person. Let me just tell you and reassure you that that was not a man of today.
Mm.
And that's all she would say about it. It's all she knew about it. She said that was from another time. And she said that was a spirit. And I was just like,
No.
what? Scared me to death. Yeah, I was just like, so from then on, I mean to tell you, I was really leery about how I clean graves. In fact, I went to a whole new graveyard and started cleaning graves because that scared the hell out of me. But yeah, true story.
What time was that happen? It's like during the day?
It was during the day. Yeah. Yep.
So
during the day. It was probably
Shirley Gutters doesn't go out. You don't go out at night and clean graves, right?
Do you know how scary that would be if it happened at nighttime? Like that would be terrifying.
Terrifying.
Oh no, it was scary enough in broad daylight.
I bet.
Huh?
I bet it would be terrifying. I'd be scared.
Yeah. It was definitely scary.
Some people just believe that bad spirits show up after sundown, but no.
No.
Nope.
No, I don't believe so.
They don't care about sundown or not.
Yeah.
You ever feel somebody get in bed with you? Ever feel somebody get in bed with you, and there's nobody getting in bed with you? In other words, you could feel the other side of the bed. That happened to me. I think it was Barb. I really do.
I've had the bed move though.
It gave me the chills, you know. But
yeah.
You know, because the main ghost, the Holy Ghost, is my protector. So I'm scared. I'm old. I think like these days, I've been scared before about weird shit like that.
have you ever had? What do they say that when you're having a dream, and you're in between that awake and asleep mode, and you're frozen and you can't move, like someone is sitting on you? That's when a ghost is wrapping
That's-
that's happened to me like 4 times in my lifetime, where it's like you're not awake, you're not asleep, but you can't move to even wake up, and it's just like it's the most terrifying thing.
That happened to me actually after I came out of anesthetic one time, and Marv said I looked up at him and said, "That's the best nap I've had in a long time." And I don't remember saying any of that.
Traveling.
I remember the doctor saying, "What time would you like to go home?" And Marv kept saying 6 o'clock. Well, Marv said, "What time can we go home?" And he goes, the doctor said anywhere between 3 and 6 is fine. And Marv goes, "Okay, how about 6?" And I'm screaming, "No, I want to go home at 3," but I couldn't get it out. I couldn't move. I was so pissed at him because I couldn't get it out. And of course, when I finally came to, I was like, "That's bullshit. I was trying to tell you 3 o'clock." He goes, "Why didn't you say something?" I said, "I tried." I was so mad.
Oh my gosh, I had something similar happen to me when I had a double compound tib fib when I was I 21? I think I was 21 or almost 20. Anyway, I had a double compound tib fib in my early 20s, and I had never taken any pain pills, but I was on Percocets. And I had dreams that someone was dragging me by my hair down the hallway, and I was like in another room, and I was like, I was not asleep and I wasn't awake, and I was trying to yell for someone to wait. It was my ex at the time, and I was like, "Meh, meh," like I was screaming in my sleep, trying to get him to wake me up so that I could not be in between that dream state, that sleep state, and that awake state, because I was in between, and it was the freakiest thing that ever in my entire life.
You try to scream, but you can even
Yeah,
like,
"Meh."
yeah, I feel that too. I hate that. Oh, that happened to me one time only. I was like, thank God, don't ever happen again to me. Oh, no.
I don't know. Y'all consider it scary, but I kind of do. I seen UFOs fight up in the sky one night over a lake, way up in the space. I seen they were fighting, and there was a bunch of them
What
fighting.
kind of mushrooms?
I was dead sober. I'm telling you, I could see explosions and these things zipping around on each other. I'm not kidding. I've seen UFOs several times because we don't have. I'm positive we don't have that kind of trajectory.
I'm gonna have to send you a picture that I took when I went to Lake Powell. Was it in September? But we have the moon, because it was the sun was setting and the moon was rising at the same time, and in the middle of the sky there's this object, and I took a picture of it and a video of it. I need to send it to you. You have X, right?
No.
Really?
I'll send it to Traveling Fools, and he can send it to you.
Yeah,
But it was the craziest. I'm telling you. I have the sun and the moon in the same shot, and then in the middle there's this weird object, and it was
stuff, man.
So cool.
Especially working offshore on shrimp boats, and on ocean going tugs. I've seen some stuff that I've seen them hit the water, come out of the water, go straight up in the air, and then just take like you drew it on a chalkboard, just like and just be gone. Boom. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff, man. And it's in the air. And, and when I get the chills, like if I'm walking in an old house or something like that, you get that chilly feeling.
Oh, yeah.
I think that means a ghost is present when you get that a little dive in temperature. I get the hell out of it. I'm not all about spooks, Beats don't fail me now. I'm out of here. I'm running.
I always told my kids their gut feelings. You go on your gut feelings. When there's something that doesn't feel right, get the hell out of there or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always told my kids.
Run.
Yeah. You go, wait a minute. There could be a giant spider in that room or something. I don't know. My spider, my shit's going off. I'm getting the hell out of here.
So one time I went to this party. Oh, or go ahead.
No, I was just going to say real fast. Mrs. Fools has to go to bed. She's got to get up really early in the morning. She just wanted to tell everybody.
Mrs. Fools, she's so fun.
me give you permission to take a day of sick pay. And
She wanted to say goodnight to everybody before she went. The dogs over here clawing our legs
I
off down
know.
here. We're
She's
like,
like,
God dang.
She's cute today. She has a mermaid costume. She's
You
not
look
happy.
gorgeous, darling.
Yeah.
She is so
Oh,
hot.
Ah!
No wonder why he's so happy.
Oh.
Yeah, I tricked her. You know, she didn't know what she was getting into.
Oh.
And then she's like,
Held there against her will,
Most
but
women don't.
all right,
just
well,
tell her
tell
every
everybody bye and run away
All
now while
right.
you got a chance, because
tell
you ain't
her
gonna
all
get
the
another
time
chance.
that she just needs to
Hold
blink
on.
like
The last
fast
time.
if there
Have you
she's held there.
have you ever walked in a building or in a house? As soon as you walk in the door, you feel, hold on, I don't feel right.
That's
Have you
exactly what I
experienced
just
that?
said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god.
The
I just
heebie-jeebies. The
yeah,
ickies.
yeah.
I
As soon
mean,
as you walk in the house, you feel like, wait a minute. All right.
it's not right.
I know. All right, guys. Nice talking to you. Happy Halloween, you all. Thank you
Happy
so much for
Halloween.
having me. It was so great to
Having
talk to
you
you.
had us, baby.
All right. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Love you back.
Love you, hun. Good night.
Good
Now,
night.
I hate fools a little more.
You've met her before, no?
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, you have. That's silly if you haven't.
I know her name and all that. I know her, but she got another name, not just fool.
She got another name.
Yeah. I say
He might be a while. We might have to entertain ourselves for a minute.
Gutters.
Oh, he
Did
usually
you like
texts.
my costume?
What's that? What's that?
Did you like my costume?
I did like your costume.
It was
It was
original.
great.
I like how you can put your head in a box nicely there.
Yes, I'm all about the box work.
Oh
I
my!
didn't know you were going there, Mr. Duggar.
Hey, they call me the box cutter.
The books coulda. Okay, so while he's gone, I'll tell you this story. So behind this little thing are some stairs, right? So when I first moved into this house, everything just was kind of a little bit off. But apparently there was this young girl when she was in the 5th grade, so she had to be 10 or 11 years of age, and a boy that was handicapped had taken her life from her, right? And I didn't know this when I bought this house. It was like right by my house where they found her body. But I've always had like this, so one night I'm sitting on, so I have this deck. One night I'm sitting on my deck. My son is about 2 years older than that. And he's sitting downstairs watching TV with his friends. And I'm sitting on the deck with my friend. And I'm sitting there. And all of a sudden I see this like boy walk across this window. And I'm like, okay, that wasn't my son, right? He's downstairs watching TV, and my friend is sitting on the deck with me out there. And I'm just like, okay, it's just me. I'm just seeing things. And then she looks at me. She's like, did you just see that? And I was like, wait, you saw that too? You saw that boy walk across the window? And she's like, well, yeah, I thought it was just me, but I just wondered if you saw the same thing. So then I opened the door. I hollered at my son and said, hey, get up here. I make him come upstairs, and he's like, taller than this little boy. It was the weirdest thing in the whole world. So then probably like 2 months later, I'm at some party, and I was some lady who not a fortune teller, but reads your signs or read your cards or whatever you call those people.
Madam Xavier.
Yeah, but anyway, she's never been to my house. I'd met her for the first time. She described my house to a T, and she's like, oh yeah, you have a portal that goes from this part of your house down to this part of the house. And if you don't close the portal out, then these spirits will come in and out from the world. And I was like, no way. But then in the back of my head, I remember this boy walking across this window that I thought I was just crazy. I thought I'm just like, okay, I've had too much to drink. I'm a lunatic. But my friend said, hey, did you see that little boy? And it was the trippiest thing in the whole world. So she's like, well, you got to do this, this, and this, and then you can close the portal. But Anyway, so I did like an Indian smudging with like sage and like all that stuff when I went on myself. It was really weird. It tripped me out.
It's awesome. Hey guys, listen. I just have to say this. I've got 1, 2, 3 people sitting in the back room here.
Okay, I'll go.
Bring them up.
Ben's been sitting back here for a long time,
Ben.
wanting to come on here exploring with Ben and Sam, who does urban exploring and does all these ghost hunts and all this stuff like that.
I can go.
Okay, well, Gunners, come back. Y'all come back. I just want to I'm trying to give like each different person their chance to say their story. You know what I mean? Like,
I do want to tell one quick story. After my mom had passed, I got her washer and dryer, and after I got the washer and dryer, my mom was a big stickler about not stuffing her washing machine full. And I put like, I don't know, 7 or 8 pairs of jeans into this washing machine. And all of a sudden, I feel my mom was really good. If she wanted to get your attention, she'd kind of thunk you on the back of the head. And all of a sudden, I felt this punk, punk, punk. And I know that was her telling me, take some of those jeans out, dumb shit. So, of course, I did. And proceeded to wash my jeans, but not 7 or 8 pair in one load. So anyways, I will let you go so Ben can tell his little weird story he's going to tell. You're going to tell some weird story about being, I don't know. I was going to say something, but I better keep it on the up and up.
I literally have no idea what this was. I thought it was a costume thing, so I literally came in a T-Rex suit and I sat in the back for 20 minutes, started sweating, and I had to take it off.
Put it back on.
No.
Yeah, well, let's just go to Ben here. Let's just go to Ben. Ben, so I know you have to have had some fun things with you and Sam. You guys go all over and explore, urban settings and go to like the ghost things and stuff like that. I mean, this is like a call in, talk about like your scariest, what's your favorite scary movie? What's your scariest experience you've ever had? I mean, that's what we want to know. What's the scariest thing you've ever witnessed?
Well, this makes me sound like a crazy person then if I want to recite the actual, probably most bizarre, scary thing. Because I mean, there's a lot of different little things, that you can witness. I think it was. God damn, it was a long time ago. Me and a co-founder of a paranormal group. He was a ex-youth minister, and he and I had been at this one location multiple times doing paranormal investigations. Yes, everyone, you can laugh at the little cemetery, like 1800s type of thing, out in the middle of nowhere, probably half a mile from any house. And we'd been there multiple times. We'd gotten some good stuff off and on. And you could feel a vibe in one half of the like the back half of the cemetery. You could feel this vibe. Like it changed. The temperature would drop. You could feel just, everything was just different. And we were taunting off and on. Didn't get everything much every time. But the last time we went there, we were like, all right, fuck this. Started taunting hard. Because we thought we were dealing with something not friendly, basically. Let's put it that way. And from the very back fence line, there's like a gate, but literally a mist formed, and it looked like a hog, and it rushed straight down the path towards it. We both backpedaled to that midway point, and it just kind of dissipated. Both of us backpedaled together, and we were like, you fucking literally just fucking saw that shit, right? Like, literally, like, we both saw it. We both moved at the same time. We both stopped. And we're like, what the fuck? So we're about to leave, and we're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. Throw something at us. Do it. Let us know you're here. Do anything. Make a noise. Come show yourself again. Whatever. And about 10 seconds later, you hear tap, tap, like rocks being thrown against a headstone about 20 feet from us. And we thought, at first, it was the other two in our crew that were at the car, but they were so far away, there was no way that they could throw a couple stones and hit the same place, twice like that. And they weren't even paying attention. And we're like, do it again, and we'll leave. And you hear 2 rocks hit the same thing again, like tap, tap. So we literally had then rocks thrown at us
Oh,
from that
wow.
area. And we're like, all right, cool. Thank you very much. We're going to get the fuck out of here. That's not the only time I've seen a shadow figure, though, or mist. That was the first mist apparition like that. And I've never seen one again. So it's not like a common occurrence by any means.
So you, in case people don't know who Ben is, Ben does a lot of urban exploring and stuff like that. He actually goes to, what is it, the catacombs, and is it in Paris, right? Is it?
Yeah, the Paris catacombs.
And gives people like tours in the catacombs in Paris, which is actually, I don't know if I'd want to do that, but it does sound. I love your videos that you put out on that. That's super cool. Any spooky shit ever happen down there, or how does that work out?
Most of the stuff down there is actually when you run into just a random person down there and they're by themselves, and you're like, well, who the fuck is this?
So it's the people that are
that's actually scarier than anything, because you don't know who the hell they are or what they're going to do. But not this last time I went, a few weeks ago with the other YouTube channel, but the little about 15 months ago, when the other YouTube channel hired, about 15 months ago, me and Sam went, and we walked by this one hallway. And again, think about it this way: you're like, at this point where we were there, you're easily 150 feet probably underground, and it's just solid like rock wall. Like you can run yourself into the wall, it's not gonna make a sound, nothing like that. We'd walk by this hallway, and there was this loud bang sound from down the hallway, and we were like, okay, that was weird. We had to backtrack, went by it again. 2 bangs. And then we had to walk by it on the way out again a 3rd time. So then you heard 3 bangs, and we were like, okay, what in the absolute hell is that? It's just this one hallway. And the guy we were with, the YouTuber, he was like, literally on the video, he says it, and it looks like he edits it, but I was there and I heard him. He's like, bang 4 times.
Yeah, I remember watching that. That was with that groovy gap or whatever.
It literally bangs 4 times from down this hallway, and we're like, what in the absolute? And I'm like, screw it, we're going down this hallway. There's nothing there.
Wasn't that with Groovy Gavin? Isn't that who that person?
Yeah, Groovy Gavin. It looks like he edited, but I mean, like straight legit. Like, I will not sit here and bullshit if I did not witness it. Like, because I know some people do, fakes and stuff like that or whatever like that, and I'm like, nah. I'm not going to tolerate that. Like this last time we did the catacomb just a few weeks ago with this other channel, did paranormal investigation 2 nights in a row. Everything that they caught where I was witnessing it, straight legit. Even the question I asked, like, do you want us here? And they play back immediately, kind of like a, what do you call it? A rapid EVP session or a burst session. And as soon as I asked, do you want us to be here? When they played it back about 30 seconds later, a couple questions, you just hear, leave now. Pretty clearly. I mean, obviously pretty distorted, but you hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, okay. I mean,
that would freak me out.
Oh, yeah, and then we stayed for another 8 hours after that and separated.
Oh my God. So you didn't leave. So are you haunted the rest of your life now?
Oh, I've been haunted for a long time, probably. I have a Ouija board out there, and my cats still play with it.
Does it say meow when they put their paws on it?
How many lives do your cats have?
Right.
I don't know. Who knows what they're down to now? Especially the young one. It keeps chewing on electrical cables. Not the brightest looking.
Yeah. So, any other like crazy, creepy stories there? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to overlap these callers for a second because we got Nils sitting here. Been sitting here for a while too. Nils, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I cannot get out of my head that Ben's cats are playing with a Ouija board, and it's probably saying, "Get out, meow."
That's what I was thinking about. I'm thinking about what are the cats doing and what spirits are they bringing into this world while they're doing it.
Yeah, they're probably typing out like, fancy feast sucks, give us better food or something,
Yeah.
They're on diets, so yeah, they probably don't like us right now.
That's some wild stories though, man, that you got, especially from like a rapid EVP. That's pretty wild stuff. Probably
Eating the dogs and cats.
Right.
yeah, we need treats. Change our litter box.
Do you live in Ohio?
No. I've been to some haunted places in Ohio, but probably the most recent one was a friend invited me to with some paranormal investigators. We went to the Moundsville prison, the old West Virginia State Prison. And we were walking down one of the main corridors, and they have there's two lines, so the prisoners would walk against the walls, and the guards would walk in the center. So anywhere that they transition to, to eat at the mess hall or whatever, at the cafeteria, or just moving them, they would have to stay against the wall between that line, and it was only like maybe 2 feet wide. And then the greater gap was in the middle. And so we were walking down the center of this hallway, and one of the guys had a video camera, and then the rest of us had different cameras and just still cameras and things like that, digital cameras. And you could see something come up from the side to the center from off of the wall, and it looked like two faces. And it went right towards that guy's camera and then went right through us because we were standing behind him, and you felt this cold sensation, like a cold chill, but it was on the inside. It was very strange. And we were like, what the hell was that? And one of the old guards was with us. They used to work there. And he told us, he said, you all just got jumped. And we're like, well, obviously something happened, just blowing it off. And he said, no, if you literally were a guard there, that was two inmates that were attacking you. So like the ghost of the inmates that were there were attacking us for being there because we weren't guards. Just walking through. And he said that happened quite frequently, and they took us to a place called the Sugar Shack, which was like a recreation area, and they heard about there were stories about of inmates that were essaying each other. Some people were unalive there. There was just a lot of stuff that went down in that area. And I had gone into one room off of the Sugar Shack, and I heard something that sounded like it hit the wall. And so I just turned around, like, what was that? And then you hear it 2 more times, and I look down, and there's 3 like small pebbles, like pieces of chipped out cinder block, concrete block, that were laying there. So I was like, I'm out. I'm getting out of here. We saw shadow people. My friend got pictures of them like down at the opposite end of the corridors that we were at. But yeah, that place is definitely haunted. But it was a good experience. They lock you in all night. So if you're in there for an hour or 4 hours and you leave, you're done. They don't let you go back in. So yeah, that was a pretty unique experience.
What was the commentary about Ohio, really quickly? Because I'll get off of here to let Justin know.
What about the Ohio? You know about they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I missed that one too. That one went right over my head as well.
I know, nobody laughed at it. I thought I lost my touch. And I'm like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. And I said, you live in Ohio.
Yeah. I know what it is. That's why I was like, I thought you were talking about haunted places, because I was gonna say there's the Molly Stark Sanatorium in Ohio.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna take me there to go visit that.
I did it by myself finally after a couple years of it finally opening up. And someone outside in the parking lot has told me multiple times, they're like, yeah, we have some friends that have been years before they sealed it up, before it reopened, as in someone cutting a hole in the fence, basically all that means.
Was that the one where they were like axed people?
No, I don't know about that, but there's tunnels underground and stuff that connect to between different buildings. And so I did go in by myself, but beforehand I was talking to this couple outside, and they were like, yeah, we would go in, but some friends that told some stories, and they're like, yeah, everyone has like this all these malfunctions with their equipment and stuff when they go in there or whatever. And I've never had problems with any of my cameras or anything like that. And after about 40 minutes in there, my camera literally shut off for probably about 20-minute period, and I didn't even notice it stop recording. And then I was like, oh, that's weird. It's on the video where I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice. I put a new battery in, and it was like reset data, like it had to like reformat.
What?
Yeah,
I was like, I've never had that happen before at all.
Wow.
The only
that's
other time I've
crazy.
had that happen is the Vliska Murak's house. The overnight I spent with Tide Guy, who TF knows a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I remember when you guys did that.
And
You
we
did-
did that, and I was there by myself, and my main white light, which is actually that one there, the batteries last like 3-4 hours. Within about a 3-hour period, I went through 5 of them.
wow.
And it just kept turning off, and I was
Wow.
like, "What in the absolute hell?" So,
Wow.
kind of weird experiences. I mean,
So
let's put it
the
that way.
city that I live in, well, where I grew up in, is there's a lot of tunnels because we are a bootlegger town. Because the railroad, there was a big, huge railroad station that came through here. So there's a lot of underground tunnels. There was a lot of gangs, a lot of nefarious things in my state. And so I need to go. I should have went and done a tour. That would have been fun this year. I should have videoed it. But they do tours of the different haunted places in the city that I live in. Like there's tons of underground tunnels.
I will say I skip tours. TF will know this. I'll do stuff solo on my own, or like Sam and I we just skip tours just because sometimes some of them are they get a little cheesy. You know,
Wooey? A little woo woo? Woo woo.
We're a little psycho, but you know.
Yeah, I don't think I could enter the tunnels without a tour though. If so, I would have to, because they're kind of. Oh, I bet I know some business owners where they're at. Why do I not think that would be so fun? I am gonna do it one night.
All right, TF, I'll get out of here and I'll let you get on to some of your other guys and let Niels keep going. So have fun.
Traveling Pulse, put his name back up real quick so I can see what it is to follow.
Yeah, Ben, why don't you make sure you drop your link there into the chat?
I definitely can do that.
Yeah, go on ahead and do that. And are you on Twitter, right? I just don't ever like any.
I can drop that in the live chat, or I can put it in the private chat too.
Yeah, drop it in the live though.
There's no such thing as Twitter, guys. There's this thing.
Oh
called
yeah,
X. Yeah, so you say Twitter, I just think that you're just freaking old.
Right. Yeah, it's exploring with. There it is, right there. Exploring with Ben and Sam on YouTube.
Thank you. I just want to see
exploring with
Exploring with Ben. Oh, I'll get that.
Yeah, super interesting channel. They go all kinds of cool places. They've been all over.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you all later on. Have fun and enjoy the ghost stories.
Ben, it was
a
pleasure
thanks a lot,
meeting you.
man. All right, love you, brother. Have a good one, man. Ben's a good guy. He actually.
Like it. I want to go do a tour with it. Not a tour, but I would love. As long as I was with someone else, I could probably do it. If I was by myself, no, thank you.
I was just surprised I had a shirt on tonight. That was amazing.
Yeah. Thank God. I wouldn't have let him on if he didn't. We're gonna bring Justin up right now. Justin's been waiting forever to come up. Justin, you give me a peace sign. Let me know that you're ready. I didn't want to bring you up last time if you weren't ready to come up, but you good, Justin?
Yeah, I'm going to drop down. I actually work the next 4 days, and then Tuesday we're leaving for.
Well, I want to say goodbye first. Nice meeting you.
So yeah, it's going to be a rough head, and then we're going back down for 14 days.
Yeah, you got to go back up there to North Carolina, right, Nils?
Oh, are you? Oh, I met you Nils, I met you the other night. I wanted to put you in contact with Boone and with Chad. He goes by Thugzilla and with Margot because they've been. She's right next to what did you say? It's not Asheville. What is it? What was that?
Hendersonville.
Yes, I don't know. She's right in there, but she's the one who's been coordinating the comms. She's the one that him with Nick Sorter. Chad was the guy in the Black Hawk that was going and surveilling to see what people needed. She organized the comms, and so this group of people have been working together. But I wanted to get you in contact with them so that you guys maybe there's things that you can add that they're not.
Yeah, you can shoot me a message on Instagram or TikTok. It's the same, Nils Iron Wolf or.
You're not on X at all.
So no, I'm not on X though. But
you gotta get on X.
But yeah, you can shoot me. I might do that. There's so much to keep up with right now. And like the first week, I think one night I responded to 1,417 messages. There was just so much stuff.
Oh wow!
No, so on X they do what's called the Punch Bowl every morning. So it's like a call-in show. You can have up to 10 people on a stage, and people can just raise their hand and talk. It's not video or anything. It's just audio, and you can just talk with each other. But we have those people that are from North Carolina trying to coordinate like donations for Christmas, donating to Walmart's layaways, Starlinks, clothing, but it's just a group of people coordinating. So if you ever do, create an X and follow me.
Most of these groups were all communicating with each other by county. So if you go to my TikTok at Nils_Ironwolf, you'll see most of the vids we're posting updates.
Yeah, she's on TikTok as well. She's there as well. I don't do TikTok because
have her look me up because we're doing updates and stuff. Sorry, TF.
No, you're good, man. I'd actually like you to tell everybody where they can help you out. Tell everybody do that. I added you as a moderator on there, so in the chat. So I would like you to drop any kind of information or anything like that we can help these people up there in North Carolina.
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't follow Margot on TikTok. She does do TikTok videos, but she's been very political. Like she just knows the area. She used to be military, or I don't know what part of it her dad was. Her family was. But she's just like, leave these people alone. This is what they need. We don't need your bullshit. Don't try to campaign here. These people can't survive. But she's the one that was getting people in there to bring food, make roads. She's been boots on the ground organizing.
Yeah, we were working north of them. So we were called in what we called shit central. So you had Boone to the north, and then you had south. We were smack in the middle in Mitchell, Avery, and Yancey counties. So we were communicating with a lot of the groups down there. Everybody just started coordinating with each other about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All the groups in the different regions and things like that. Chad, I know Chad, and I know Zach. They put some stuff in with the.
Oh, you do know Chad and you know Boone. Okay.
Yeah. They were flying.
That's all I wanted to get in contact with. Is those two people because they're just amazing. And so is Margot. She's great.
Yeah, I've probably seen Margot on there. Pretty sure I've seen Margot on there. But yeah,
she's a blonde Spitfire. She's probably in her 50s, maybe. I don't know because I don't want to date her, but I would say 50s. But she's organized, takes no bullshit, family, military. She just is like.
A lot of us are prior service that are down there. A lot of special forces, Delta guys too, especially in Green Mountain County. Yep. We were doing search and recovery, multi roles actually, especially supply and logistics. So the first 24 to 30 hours there on October 6th, just 6 days after. We set up the supply drops and supply points and coordinated and networked with everybody in Mitchell and Yancey counties, working specifically out of Beuladine because that was what we called the SDC, our supply distribution center. So that was like the main hub, and every county has a main hub. The National Guard came in and actually they've helped us out with coordinating and a lot with our supply. Oh yeah, I mean they were there 3 days before we left. The day we left, the 101st came in airborne because everything was being taken care of in the north and in the south. So they were just, the 101st was, or the 82nd moving from the north, the 101st is moving from the south. So they were supplementing our operations. And so they were helping us with our search and recovery efforts. And we were trying to rotate new dogs in and stuff with our teams because they were just overwhelmed and exhausted. But it's a lot more work.
Do you have the cadaver? Are you running the cadaver dogs?
We have cadaver dogs on our team. Yes.
Okay.
One's actually rotating home right now. She's staying because our team rotates in and out every 10 to 14 days. So that way everybody's not exhausted and, just completely obliterated from operations. So we're going back down Tuesday. So I'm going to go vote and then we're splitting and going back down there. Some of our team is rotating out this weekend. Others are rotating out next week. And just to continue what we're doing. And we communicate every day, been sharing updates on TikTok. We do have a donation site there. We actually went and got $1,000 worth of stuff that's much needed. We're getting more things soon. We just got in touch with a group that makes tiny homes in Ohio. They sent them down 2 days ago to Burnsville. There's 65 or 56 Amish that are loading up into a bus from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We're calling them the Amish Army, and they're heading down to Swannanoa and Black Mountain areas.
Swannanoa, that's where they're at. So if you'll know Margot because I think she says she's from Swannanoa. I'll send it to Fools and Fools can send it to you.
There was med groups that were heading up from Swannanoa, Black Mountain area, heading up into our area and said, "Hey, you guys are like, hell no, we got this shit locked down. You guys were doing your stuff. They were doing their stuff up in Watauga County and Boone, and we were smack in the middle, and we locked everything down. And these are all community groups." Just volunteers from out of state and communities that are doing
Margot. So Margot knows Boone and Chad from South Carolina. So they were coordinating with her and with that, and they're the ones that have the civilian Black Hawk that were going up and refueling and going in and doing recon and coordinating with her where things need to go. I guarantee you know her. I guarantee you do. But I want you to connect. But I'm gonna get back onto our topic. But thank you for all your hard work, Neil.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, we've been kicking ass down there, and it's going. So just you have to vet some of the information that's going in around there, though. It's just crazy because
she goes off on people.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's not all this toxic mud killing people. Like she'll go off. She'll set your shit straight.
Yeah, that's pissing me off too. And the dogs are dying. I was literally knee deep in the mud out there, and my leg would have fallen off by now. So I don't know where half this bullshit's floating around. But yeah, you got to vet that information. What really pisses me off is because there's TikTokers and YouTubers and stuff that want those likes and views, so they're just spitting whatever bullshit out just so they can get people. Excuse me. To look at their pages, and it's just absolutely it's stupid because you're taking advantage of the people down there, and it's disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I gotta hook you up with these people. You would love them because Chad is like, you hear him, he's like, this is bleep bullshit. Like he would go off, and he's like, this is what's happening. And she'd be like, I'm sick of your shit. You guys stay out of North Carolina. We've got this handled. This is how you can help. Here's the links. I was like, okay, I'm listening to her. She knows her stuff.
Yeah, probably too many people trying to go up there and get just photo.
It's about clicks. It's about
clicks. Exactly. Which
it's all about reputation.
Yeah, and it's absolutely it's aggravating too because we're trying to work together and fulfill the mission and stuff, and then there's people that are in there just for clout, basically.
Right.
And these people are looking for fingers, toes to find a body. And these people are here. Oh, look at this. They're eating each other. There's toxic chemicals and everyone's just dying and the dogs are dying and this is just a graveyard now. Like,
yeah, I mean, hell, there was two, and I'm not anti-Christian. I'm married to a Christian, but I'm not Christian. TF knows. But there was two people from Billy Graham Ministries that came up, and we were like busting ass, dropping off supplies, trying to clean up some stuff before we headed out to our next mission area. And we're very there's time constraints. We're very pertinent on that. And they came up and they were like, hey, can we pray for you? And I said, listen, if you want to help, go grab a shovel. Otherwise, make yourself scarce. Because what we don't need right now is a blessing or anything like that. We need people on boots on the ground helping to do this stuff. And you're in the way. And my buddy just looked at me like, oh, shit. And I was like, yeah, we don't need that stuff just so people can make themselves feel better. And there was people from out of state stuff that wanted to come through and take pictures. And we told them, out.
If you can't do shit, get the hell out because because I would go there and help if I had a place to stay. Because I have a job where if I could get a plane ticket, I had housing, I could go dig ditches, I could cook, I could do whatever. But you're in the way if you're not helping. If you're not needed, you're in the way.
Useful or make yourself scarce. That's pretty much the rule in North Carolina, and AFO is in full effect.
Exactly. So there's Nils' link right there to his TikTok. It is out there. Everybody screenshot that. Make sure you get over there and check that out. Nils, any last words for us? I want to get this back on topic though. Just for a minute.
Sorry, but graveyards, we're talking about dead people, right?
Well, I don't want to think of it like that though.
I know. It was a bad joke.
I didn't mean to pop in for a plug. I was actually trying to unwind it.
No, I know that, brother. You're always welcome here, Nils.
The people is all, Nils, because I think that what you're doing is great. And I really do. Like the people who are up there working hard, I would be in tears every day. So it's probably a good thing I don't fly out there and come help because I probably just cry and feel all these people. So thank you for everything you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we'll post updates here and on TikTok as well when we can. But everybody, happy Halloween, and make sure you tell plenty of scary stories, man, because it's the night for it.
Well, there we go. Thanks a lot, Nils. Love you, brother.
Love you, TF. Skull.
All right. See you, brother. Cheers. All right. That was definitely I love Nils. Nils is awesome. Justin keeps coming in and then leaving and coming in and then leaving. I keep trying to bring him on. Every time I bring him on, he goes out. So I'm not sure. Justin, you just gotta hang in there. Every time I bring you on, you seem to exit out. I think you're exiting out instead of leaving the cam on. I mean, you can turn your camera off, but I think you're exiting out instead of turning your camera off is what's going on, Justin. But you are more than welcome to call back in. I got a quick ghost story kind of thing that I wanted to throw out there, and nobody's really talked too much about ghosts here in a minute. So I got kind of a cool one here. So my grandparents bought a house in Pennsylvania years ago, and it was a house that was abandoned for years and years. And it was, I'm not going to have the story exactly right, but it was a guy who he invested all of his money into like the railroads up north, and he was one of the people who started doing the railroads, and then got into the oil. I think it was oil. He tried to do that, but he ended up going bust, and he ended up hanging himself. And he built this house. He was a millionaire way back then, and he built this glorious house, which I actually just pulled up a picture of it. So this is where we used to go spend our summers, which was really creepy. But he ended up losing all his money, and his wife and kids left him, and he ended up hanging himself in the staircase of this place.
Oh,
and this was the house.
No way. Really?
Yeah, 100%.
What a cool house.
And so he built this, like this was what he wanted to do. So this was the house. And he ended up hanging himself. So the place kept going empty and, coming up, going empty and coming up, going empty and coming up. And my grandparents ended up buying it and redoing it. And so we would go up there and spend the summers in this place. And it was, it had like the dome, like catacomb ceilings with the, mosaic, not catacombs. The cellar was catacomb, but the mosaic tiling, like dome ceilings with like the angels and the place was freaking opulent with, everything you could imagine. But they had to have an exorcism done on this house. Had to have a priest come in. It was weird. All kinds of crazy stuff would happen. The doors, like you'd walk up and doors would like open and close. Like this is another view from the side.
Wow.
It was unbelievably like super spooky, super spooky to stay in this. And we'd go up there, and my mom ended up like, after a while we'd go up there. She was like, we ended up starting to get hotels. Like she didn't want to stay in it anymore. So we actually stopped staying in it, and then my dad, I remember her getting real mad because we went up there and we ended up staying there, and she thought that my dad was getting a hotel, and we stayed there anyway. And yeah, it was one of the coolest houses. They ended up selling that. I don't know, about 20, 30. Should I date myself there? 20 or so years ago, they ended up selling it, but. It was, there was, you'd hear people walking. There was like furniture would get rearranged in the house. There would be, all kinds of different random stuff would happen. Like I remember my cousin and I, we walked up one time, we forgot something. Everybody was waiting for us. We were going to the fair, and we go to walk up to the door, and these are big wooden doors, look at the house, those walkways in them. You're like an ant when you stand in front of it.
It's like 11 foot doors.
We walked up, my cousin and I'll never forget, and he and I actually talked about it not too long ago. We walked up, and the interior door and the screen door that opened out, the interior door opened in, and both of them opened and closed right in front of our faces. And we obviously didn't give a damn about the yo-yo or whatever the hell it was that we forgot on the inside, the balsa plane airplane or whatever. We were like, oh, screw that. But it was definitely a cool house and a cool place to grow up, or, spending time in and stuff like that. But yeah, it was scary. Definitely a weird place. So
super cool house. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was neat place to grow. Did you see that picture, Sally?
Oh yeah, I was watching it.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if you got back, but yeah, that was my grandparents' house that they bought and refurbished in Pennsylvania, and it was haunted. It was haunted. So look, we got another caller coming in here. Let's hear this guy's thing. I'm Zachary. You give me a thumbs up if you're ready for me to bring you on. I don't ever want to surprise people. Zachary, you back there? You ready? Give me a thumbs up if you are, and I'll bring you up here, sir. All right. Well, let's do it. What's up, Zachary? How you doing?
Okay. That's what I want to say. Keep up the good work, guys.
Hey,
You're
thanks,
awesome.
man. Thanks, man. You got a scary story for it? What's your favorite horror movie, Zachary? What's the scariest? Not necessarily your favorite. What's the scariest?
Jason?
The Friday
Really?
the 13th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which number? Number one's the scariest for me.
Like a 9.
9.
9.
So-
'Cause do they have that many?
Yeah,
No, I don't think they do, but Jason
Might be
versus
11.
Freddy. That was good.
Yeah, there you go. So what's your scary thing that happened to you? You got some scary shit going on behind you, man. I mean, those like the
Yeah,
little
that's not my house.
I know, I'm
I
just
should
joking,
have
but-
got that Raggedy Ann out that my mom made. That was a thing back in the day.
Yep.
So what's the scariest thing? I mean, everybody's got some kind of thing that happened. Tell us your story. You got something cool that
I
happened?
was
or-
scared when I was a kid.
Yeah. What happened? Tell
in
us.
a
about
haunted
it, man.
house, but
Tell us the
pretty wild.
story. Let's hear it. Tell us.
Walk through a haunted house and somebody grabs you.
Hmm. Oh, you're talking about one of those like yeah, like the ones you pay to go to was the scariest thing you ever saw?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You never went to any scary.
I ain't went to any more after that.
Okay, that one did you in?
That did me in right there.
I got you. Well, I mean, anything else you want to add in here for us? You got any input?
You just reminded me of a story. So when my kids were like probably 6 and 10, I've never really taken my kids to a haunted house. I'm like, I'm gonna take my kids to a really great haunted house. So there's this haunted house called Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, this will be fun, dude. Me as an adult was the scariest freaking haunted house I'd ever been to in my life. I didn't know I'd never been there. My kids were terrified and bawling. I'm like, this was a fail. Epic fail as a parent. They were like, I don't know. It was the creepiest haunted house I've ever been to. I haven't been to one since. They were 5 and 7. I thought this will be so fun. It'll be so cheery. And no, it was so freaking creepy and scary.
Yeah. Keep up the good work, guys. We're 4 nights away.
4 nights. And we're going to be election day.
Yes.
Trump.
I know it. I love the hat, brother. I love the hat. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Let's go.
Let's make
I'm
it
gonna
happen.
stop by. So happy Halloween to you guys. About 40.
Thanks for stopping in, Zachary.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, appreciate
We'll
you
do
coming
this
on,
again.
Zach. All right, brother. Well, you have a great night and happy Halloween.
Have a
to you.
great night.
Thanks for calling in, brother. You have a great one.
Have a great night, Sally.
You too.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, you guys.
So, before, the backseat, if anybody else does want to get in, I say go on ahead and get in now, because if nobody else calls in, we'll wrap this thing up here in a minute. But one thing I did want to talk about before we go, y'all were talking about the sleep paralysis earlier, which really interests me, and I want to do a whole show on this. I do want to do a whole show on this, but you were talking about that. And when it comes down to sleep paralysis, and people start as a phenomenon that goes on around the world, and you've got basically a lot of people see like the old hag, and and they all see the same image, or it's the Hat Man. People always see the thing. Freddy Krueger was a Hat Man. That was the inspiration actually for making Nightmare on Elm Street. When Wes Craven did that, was based on Hat Men, because that's what people see. And it's just amazing and remarkable that people around the world and people around things see those same things, and you get that out of body experience, to like where you're frozen there and you can't do anything, and you see this thing in front of you and you're just stuck. You can't breathe. You can't talk. You can't roll over. So I would like to do a whole show on that. I think that would be fun, because I've actually looked into that a lot. So I think
we should have done near-death experiences tonight. I think, paranormal is good too, but we should do near-death experiences, and we should do you said frozen paralyzed.
Yeah, sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Those would be great.
Because that's like, I mean, you were talking earlier, Sally, you had that. Gunners, did you say you've had that before too?
I have had, but it was basically I had been under anesthesia when I come out. You know how you're half in, half out. That's kind of where I was, and I couldn't. I could hear everything going on around me, but I couldn't talk and I couldn't move. So, and it drove me insane. And it didn't last long, but it was long enough for me to be mad. Let me tell you.
So the last time that I was
can't
under
shut me up.
Yeah, so the last time I was under anesthesia, it was so my mom had been dead for, let's see, 2012, 13. She's been dead for almost 13 years. Yeah, so that'll give you the year she died. But I had to have, so it was like 4 years later, I went under, no, it was like 4 years ago. I had surgery. And I had PTSD, and I told them that I might wake up and be hysterical, like warning the doctors. And when I was under anesthesia, I was with my mom, and I was having a conversation with my mom. And when they woke me up, I woke up bawling hysterical because I wanted to go back and have this conversation with my mom because my kids were really young when she died. And it was like, no, I just want to see my mom. Just send me back. But it was like, but me and my mom were like walking and having a conversation and talk. Like I was hysterical. Like it was weird. But I was like, I just bawled and bawled and bawled because I missed my mom so much. And it took anesthesia to like bring those emotions to the surface. I don't know. It was really weird. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I was the muted one that time. Yeah, it's a weird thing, that like sleep paralysis, because you sit there and I've never had it like under anesthesia or anything like that, just naturally. It's only happened to me twice, but like both times I saw the same thing and I was in the same place, and I was seeing this stuff, and I'm like both times, and it's always been the same place that I'm at, and I'm seeing the same thing, and it didn't happen like 2 nights in a row. It was like I had it, and then like 7 years later it happened again. So it was really weird to see the exact same thing again. So I started looking into it, and my brother started having it, and he started looking into it, and then we dove down this rabbit hole of it, and it was quite creepy when you really start looking into it. So, yeah, it would definitely be a great show to do. Well, yeah, we don't have anybody else wanting to come in and tell us our stories. We've been going for over
3 hours.
2 hours and 12 minutes right now. A lot of people watching right now. I think I'm showing like 570 people up here that have been tuned into this, so that's super cool. Anybody got any last words to wrap this thing up? Sally, I know you probably got some stuff coming up.
Coming up, I don't. Well, today was the biggest thing coming up was this show. So tomorrow's Friday. I don't really have anything on the schedule. I do have a lot of X spaces coming up. All I'm focused on right now is getting Trump elected, because I want to get people in place that I know personally, that know how to find them, that got fired under the previous administration. So if we can get Trump elected, they'll get hired back. If they already have gotten the guarantee they will, that can find these missing children that have come across our border. So until November, well, my birthday is November 4th, and I'll probably stream the election thing all day long on Tuesday. So if anyone wants to join me, let me know. I'll add you to the panel. I think it'll be a fun time.
There you go. What about you, Gutters? And you got any stuff coming up too? You'll probably do some kind of thing that night as well, I would imagine. So, everybody be out there trying to do some stuff like that. So,
I have. Well, tomorrow is coffee club, normal coffee club, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard or noon Eastern, and then on Tuesday, of course, we will have the election. So yeah.
I think everybody's going to have their eyes peeled on everything on Tuesday. I think that's basically what it is. I'm going to vote tomorrow. I've tried to do it the other day, and the line was just too long. I couldn't wait, but I'm off all day tomorrow, and I don't care if I have to stand there for 10 hours. I'm going to stand there and make sure I cast my vote for Vermin Supreme. No, I'm joking. But, I will probably be casting my vote for Donald J Trump tomorrow, and that's going to be fun to do. Again,
if you live in Utah, you guys can write in Phil Lyman and Natalie Clausen for governor, because Spencer Cox is a cuck and he's compromised, and he cheated his way to get on the ballot, because Phil Lyman won the caucus with 67.5%. So who does that and still does a primary? Only Spencer Cox. All right, go ahead.
No, there we go. And I guess we'll call it a wrap on that. That was a great show. We do want to say thanks to everybody out there who did tune in. And Thursday nights we do this. We may or may not be able to do it next Thursday night. I might have to pull something off. Well, we were talking about birthdays earlier. I might have to do, or maybe
what is your wife's birthday? Is it the same as mine, or is it different?
Yeah, a couple days after. It might just coincide with the stream next Thursday night. Let's just say that.
This might be the 4th, 5th, the 8th. Oh wow.
Oh wait, no. Well, anyway, we might have to switch the day up, but normally we're doing this every Thursday night, so we do hope everybody comes back, tunes in. Make sure, Gutters, make sure you drop your link into the chat there. If anybody subbed up the Gutters Pub, make sure you sub up Gutters Pub on there, and make sure you do hit Sally. There's her links right there. Sally X at Talk with Sally, YouTube at Talk with Sally. It's pretty easy to find Sally. Rumble
at Talk with Sally.
Sally.
YouTube, Rumble, and X. And locals.com. Simple, Simon.
There you go. Pretty easy. Ours is a little more tricky because we did a lot of fishing and stuff like that. Traveling Fools on X, but it is at Travel and Fish. But if you go to YouTube and put at Traveling Fools 2020, you can find us right here. We do a really cool trivia night every Sunday night right here as well. So make sure everybody does tune into that. Trivia night's on Sunday night at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and Thursday night's right here with Sally and normally our co-host LW, who he's out trick-or-treating with his kids tonight, but I didn't see him pop in the chat a minute ago. Kids come first. That's always the right thing to do. So, but anyway, all you guys, make sure you get out there and vote. Make sure you get out there and vote, and get that done. Make sure you do.
Jump in the air. Vote.
Yeah.
Vote for Trump.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're voting for Kamala, please unsubscribe and unfollow. We don't need that type of people around us anymore.
All right, love all you guys out there.
Stop paying Traveling Fools $5 a month for YouTube. Just if you're voting for Kamala, just run. I'm just kidding. He's like, what?
It doesn't matter. I don't really care.
My opinions are my own, and I stand by them. If you're voting for Kamala, please unfollow me, unsubscribe to me. Bye.
Well, you heard it right there, folks. So yeah, please, everybody, make sure you come back in, hang out with us again. We do this, and we love having all you here. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great night, and happy Halloween.